Welcome to RC Arrow's mini celebration. I'm Carrie, the leader of Restoration's Elementary Kids Ministry. So who are we going to talk about today? Yep, Jesus. Last week we talked about Jesus as King, King of the universe, King of our hearts. But in today's discussion of Jesus, you're going to learn some Greek words. Are you ready? Okay, let's jump in. So 3 times in the Bible, Jesus calls himself an odd name. He calls himself the Alpha and Omega. Now, some of you may have heard these words before, Alpha and Omega, from the Bible, or there's also this animated kids movie called the Alpha and Omega. It's about dogs. A lot of times the strongest dog in a pack of dogs is called the alpha male. But what do these funny words mean? Well, they are Greek because the New Testament was written in Greek. And Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet, just like A is the first letter of our English alphabet. And Alpha also means beginning and end. Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet, just like Z is the last letter in our alphabet. So when Jesus called himself the Alpha and Omega, he was calling himself the beginning and the end, the first and the last. That's what he says about himself in Revelation 22:13. I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. But that still might seem like a strange thing for Jesus to call himself, the first and the last. What does that really mean? Well, have you ever heard that expression, everything from A to Z? There might be an ad in Walmart and they might say, come to our store, we'll have everything you need from A to Z. Or you might say about your mom, she'll take care of everything from A to Z. That expression means completely everything involved, all the things, the beginning and the end and everything in between. So that's exactly what Jesus meant when he called himself the Alpha and Omega. Think about this. From the very beginning, when the world was created, to the very end of all time described in the book of Revelation, Jesus was there and he will be there. And not only was he there, but it's all about him. Every evil thing done in history was because of man and Satan fighting against the lordship of Jesus. And every good thing that ever happened in history was because of his kindness and his goodness. And through it all, God was working to bring all people back to Jesus. So when Jesus called himself the Alpha and Omega, he was letting everybody know, hey, I've been here all along. From start to finish, the history of the world is the story of me. Think about this. He saw the dinosaurs, he saw the Egyptian pyramids, he saw Vikings and castles and knights. He's seen every war there ever was. He saw America become a nation on July 4th, 1776. He saw the Holocaust with Hitler doing all those horrible things to the Jews. And he sees you right now, every second of your day. He sees the past, the present, and the future. That's what Jesus says in Revelation 1:8. He said, I'm the Alpha and the Omega, who is and who was and who is to come, the Almighty. Jesus was there in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve turned away from God. And then he was there 4,000 years later when he came to earth as a baby. And like I said before, he will be there at the end of all time when he sets up his rule and kingdom on the earth, who was and is to come. Jesus started this thing and he's going to finish it. And just like we said last week that he wants to be the king of your heart, he wants to be your A to Z and everything in between. Guys, I really, really want you to know Jesus as your friend and as your king and as everything you could possibly need in this world. It's all found in him. Give him your attention and your interest more than any superhero, any YouTube personality, any fake video game character. Find him in the Bible. Find him in your heart. I hope that from now on, when you hear the words Alpha and Omega, you immediately think of Jesus. Let me pray for you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.